Hey everybody, Iceman50 here. Been a little while since I got on the bike. It's been kind of cold. It's right now, I think it's about 35. It's pretty nice outside. It's going to be 51 today, which is sweet. So I'll pop up the weather like I usually do. So we got a few things going on. Let's see. So I'm up to 1.8k subs, so thanks to everybody for that. That's pretty cool. Some other things, I've been working on the 1973 Honda, the CB350 Four cylinder, and last week I got the main wiring harness put in, and you know, I've probably read the manual front to back on that thing. It's just a climber manual, and I know every inch of that schematic. I could probably redraw the whole wiring diagram from memory, but it's a pretty simple bike. But one of the big things that was, you know, you look at it and I'm like, what in the hell is coming off of the starter solenoid, and there's a wire tapped off and it was going over to the right side of the bike, and I'm like, well, that's weird because that's where the points are at. And you know, I'm looking at it, you know, and there's on the four cylinders, there's four cylinders, obviously, so there's two coil packs. One does 1 and 4 and the other one does 2 and 3. So coming out of there's a blue wire and a yellow wire. Well, like I've been saying all along, somebody added a cable. Like, I think that something happened to the points wiring, because that's what fires the cylinders, right? So the points are at ground, and they go through the points and they ground out the ignition coil, right? So, you know, the thing that had me not understanding was, you know, why are you tapping off of the ground side of the starter, the button, you know, the starter button on the controls? Like, why is that going over there? I haven't looked inside yet, but basically, you know, there's two issues on this thing. Is, you know, this cable that somebody made or whatever, I don't know, it's not heat resistant, it's not OEM, it's just some like data cable, really weird. So anyways, you know, after looking online and everything, I was like, okay, can you get this? Well, you can't just buy that piece of wire. It's not part of the wiring harness. It's technically part of the points plate. So I looked on eBay and I found one. There's this guy, Bob Co. Vintage Cycles or something. It's the same guy that Trevor's been getting all his parts from, and he had one for $10. I'm like, well, I'm buying it. I bought it just for it comes with the points and the plate and the wiring and all that, but I'm just gonna unscrew the wires from the plate and I'll use those. So that's gonna put it all back the way it was. And then the other thing is, man, my eyes are watering. The other thing is, somebody was messing with the brake switch, because there's wires on there that, I don't know, something ain't right. So they were hacked off and whatnot. So I looked again and I found an actual 1973, you know, rear brake switch with the correct colors and everything, not all hacked up. So what's up with my mirror? There we go. Anyway, so I got those two things coming. Everything else is pretty much ready. I'm looking at the controls. I'm waiting. Let's see, today's Wednesday, so I've got some silicone dielectric grease coming. I got the controls off. I'm gonna take those apart, clean them up, re-sleeve them, repin them, you know, put new bullets on the end, and it's gonna go back together quick. And then, you know, I'm waiting for the points wiring and that brake switch, and it's gonna be all back together. And then we can go from there and add in the turn signals and headlights and all that business, you know. So yeah, we really aren't very far from it running again. You know, one of the things, and I'm hoping that this solves the issue of, you guys have seen, you know, when I brought that thing home, is it doesn't want to start until you let off the starter button. I'm telling you, it has something to do with, you know, this weird plug that somebody added that goes back to the points. It's like, it's like grounding it out at a certain point and not, I don't know, it just doesn't make any sense to me. I've been racking my brain for days, like, why would somebody do this? And I don't have the answer. I don't know, but it's certainly not correct. So, but yeah, we're everything else on that bike runs great. I bought some brake pads. I got a seat latch. So I bought a key switch seat latch combo. It's only like 20-something bucks. There's a place, there's a website called 4into1.com, and they got just about everything for, you know, CB350 Four cylinders. I think maybe they got 550s, 750s. But yeah, I ordered a few things. I got some quadruple zero steel wool to clean up the chrome and stuff. Like I said, we're really not that far from being done. The bike runs really great. Besides that, so you know, the next step is to like fix the speedometer. I got the replacement gauge faces. It's like a CB350 faces.com or something. That's where I got the new gauge faces. So we're gonna have to pull those apart. I got the new crush rings that go on the back. You see it all up. And Trevor wants to do LEDs on everything, which, you know, I like that. That's good. So when I pull apart the gauges, I'll replace all the lights inside with LEDs. Won't ever have to worry about those burning out again. You know, one of the cool things about an old bike, you can black them out. The lights and everything. So there's a switch over here by, you know, on our Groms would be, you know, by the on-off switch, you know, the runs third switch, and you can fully black it out. Like if you were riding, you can just flip that switch and go all lights off. I guess it's handy if you want to run from the cops, I guess. I don't know. But I found that pretty interesting. So, hang on a second, get into security here. Morning. Let me get you. All right. So anyways, yeah, you know, I figure only a few more weeks, and you know, now that I got it out at the storage space, I can work on it all the time. You know, I've been there already a couple of times, so you know, that wiring goes fast, at least for me. Here's another thing. So, you know, I've been talking to you guys about getting a 74 CB350 four-cylinder, and Trevor brought up a good point. He was like, well, you know, he's like, you said you wanted a Honda Rebel 500, and I'm like, you know, I did say that. Back at the motorcycle show up at the Donald Stevens Convention Center, like, I don't know, 3-4 years ago, whatever it was, I sat on one of those, and man, the seat's perfect, just like this. It's, you know, it's like 30 inches off the deck here, and it was like, it's really not that much. I went and I looked at a 2023 Honda Rebel 500. An 1100 would be nice, but I don't really want to spend 10 grand. The 500s are only like 6,500 bucks, and so I got like 1,500 in the bank already, and next, oh, it's actually March 1st, I realized that. So this month, I get an extra check. I do my bills such that, you know, certain months you get more than 4 paychecks a month, right? So that's going to be a bunch of extra money, and we just did our taxes. Looks like I'm getting back a couple grand, so it looks like I could put down $4 grand on a bike, you know. leave me, you know, $2,500 or something and finance it, you know. You'll probably get away with like the same payments a month as I pay on this, which is like $78 a month. I think I got like 3 years left on this, but what do you guys think? Should I buy a brand new fuel-injected 2023 Honda Rebel 500? All LED lighting, all, you know, all sweet. I really want one. Or get the 1974 Honda CB350 4-cylinder. I'm leaning more towards getting the new bike. You know, just because all the, you know, all the creature comforts, you know. I mean, I like both bikes, but man, a brand new 23 would be nice. So, put down in the comments what you think. Like I said, I think I'm leaning towards cone. I think I'm leaning towards getting the new one. Anywho, yeah. So this week, like I said, keep an eye out. Let me know if you guys want to see me do a video on cleaning up those controls and, you know, fixing up the controls for the bike, because I was thinking of doing a video, but, you know, I don't know if you guys want to see that or not. It's, you know, I know most people hate wiring. I love it. I don't know, I guess there's something seriously wrong with me. But anywho, we'll watch out for some videos this week. Like I said, we're going to get some more stuff together, and we'll go from there, all right? So let me know down in the comments what you think I should get next. Should it be the CB350 4-cylinder or the 2023 Honda Rebel 500? All right, guys, we'll talk to you. Easy.